Hallo. Goeiemôre aan almal veral van Pretoria en Pietermaritzburg. Baie welkom met hierdie wedstryd tussen Menlo Park en St John's op 'n baie nat en koue dag hier in die Parel. As jy mooi kyk aan die verste kant, is die Astrobaan, lyk dit of hy 'n bietjie gevlad het en ons 'n paar moeilike besluite om te neem of die wedstryd gaan voortgaan, maar hierdie briljante nuwe Astrobaan hier by Parel Gymnasium is wel beskikbaar om te speel en ons hoop om 'n lekker wedstryd te sien. St John's tans op die bal in die regterkant se kantlyn en dit rol uit. Ja, baie reën geval vroeg oggend hierso in die Parel wat dinge 'n bietjie die mekaar gemaak het vir hierdie toernooi en ons hoop dat ons die beste uitslae kan kry, veral in die verste kant waar ons bietjie sukkel om daai wedstryd aan die gang te kry. In elk geval by hierdie wedstryd, St John's wat tans op die bal is, julle kan sien hierdie Astrobaan is ook so bietjie nat. Hy behoort redelik vinnig te speel, soos julle kan sien die balpace is aansienlik vinniger as wanneer hy droog is. Menlo Park op die bal beweeg lekker in veld, soek 'n opsie om die bal te transfer. En tackle also van St John's, bal wat vinnig gespeel word aan die linkerkant. Menlo Park wat die bal wil optel, maar ongelukkig net die bal nie beheer daar nie. En geleentheid vir St John's om 'n bietjie die bal te probeer bou. St John's wat aan die regterkant te kantlyn probeer afspeel en ongelukkig nie goed beheer daar nie. Bal wat bietjie op en bietjie gevaarlik is. Menlo Park wat die bal probeer deur die middel van die veld dryf. Maar kan dit nie reg kry nie. Hier is 'n geleentheid. St John's wat die bal rol in spasie in en Menlo Park wat goed doen om net die bal te clear daarso en gevaarlike geleentheid daarso vir St John's met 'n losbal. En Menlo Park wat definitief moet versigtig wees dat hulle nie gecounter word nie. Baas, St John's wat die bal op die stok hou, dryf in die sirkel en kan sy 'n upgrade na so onder toe. Rowwe bal daarso en 'n voetjie gedryf van St John's. Ongelukkig, daai was 'n gevaarlike situasie vir Menlo Park gewees. St John's wat baie goed doen sodra hulle eers hoog op die veld kom. Menlo Park dryf bal hoog op die veld op, mooi bal, losbal, Menlo Park op die bal, kan sy daar uitkom. Probeer baie hard en sy duik op hierdie nat Astrobaan en ongelukkig hou sy die bal uit. Die great commitment daarso van die Menlo Park speler en ek hoop daar's nie te veel van 'n Astrobaan op die bobeen van haar wat sy waar geduik het nie. Hierdie Astrobaan is wel 'n sandrest baan. Hy is nie altyd so glad soos die water-based turfs nie. Menlo Park se skare wat daar kreet gedoen het, so baie lekker om hulle hier te hê veral van Pretoria af. Nek se bal afgerol teen die voet vas van St John's. Vryslaan geleentheid vir Menlo Park net buitekant die kwartgebied. Menlo Park op die bal. Julle het maar 'n veld goed onderskep. St John's op die terugaanval. Dis 'n 3-teen-3 situasie. Wat kan hulle doen? Volleybal links. Goeie tackle deur Menlo Park en 'n bietjie aggressie. Dit is lekker om te sien. Goeie aggressie op hokkie is altyd baie welkom in my oë. En Menlo Park wat die bal hard opdryf. Hier's 'n losbal. En St John's wat die bal laat uitrol daarso. Ek dink dit mag ook 'n lang hoekie wees vir Menlo Park. Ja, dit is en Menlo Park se kaptein na St John's se afrigter Rachel. Kan sien sy kry koud of sy is bietjie senuweeagtig, een van die twee. Ek dink dit is baie koud, so ek seker daarvan. Hulle kry 'n bietjie koud. Menlo Park wat goed indryf in die sirkel, kan hulle 'n kortjie wen. Steeds die losbal, probeer 'n voet kry. links uitgespeel en het is nog steeds speel aan en fantasties ontvang deur St. John's center forward daarso, kan sy paas compleet, hier's 'n baie groot geleentheid om die bal in die sirkel te kry, tref die stok van St. John's, 'n bietjie los die spel op die oomblik en St. John's wat net nie genoeg passes compleet nie Menlo Park wat definitief self wil kyk om 'n paar ekstra passes te compleet en nie heeltemal so direk te wees nie. Goeie draai, Menlo Park op die sterkant, kry die bal aan die kant van die sirkel, goed verdedig deur St. John's. Die bal gaan uit St. John's vryslaan op die kantlyn. St. John's op die bal. Mooi omgespeel, in spasie in. Goed onderskep deur Menlo Park. Goeie klein paas binne in die midveld in, probeer 'n lang bal speel, onderskep deur St. John's. En is 'n lang paas, kan dit 'n losbal raak wat hulle optel? Nee, goed gedoen deur Menlo Park om die bal te onderskep. Goeie verdediging deur hulle. Weer eens 'n baie direkte bal wat opgetel word deur St. John's. En Menlo Park sal miskien ook 'n klein bietjie meer geduld op die bal moet wys. Bietjie stadige calls van Manon daarso vir St. John's en goeie druk wat onder gesit was deur Menlo Park se kaptein wat tans ook op die bal is. Dryf die bal in die sirkel in. Losbal wat uitgaan vir 'n lang hoekie vir Menlo Park. St. John's het ongelukkig die bal weer verloor in diep zone en hulle sal graag wil uitkom. Netjies ouwe het wat gegooi word. Goed opgetel deur die Menlo Park dame. Dryf in die sirkel en kry losbal, groot kans. Bal wat sy gespeel het, goed verdedig deur St. John's en hulle kleer hulle lyne ongelukkig reguit na Menlo Park speler toe. En sy probeer omdryf na die regter byslyn toe. Binne getrek, losbal, kans, on target. En yes, dis Menlo Park wat hierdie eerste doel in hierdie wedstryd skoor. Fantastiese aanval gewees op die tweede geleentheid wat hulle in die sirkel gekom het en 'n losbal wat weggebêre word deur nommer 11 van Menlo Park wat seker maak dat hulle hierdie wedstryd 1-0 voorloop na 9 minute in hierdie eerste helfte. Hierso het ons die replay great ingedryf. Losbal teen 'n voetjie vas, goeie advantage deur die skeieregter en jou goeie beste strikers in die wêreld is die mense wat in die 9-yard area dit kan klaarmaak en Menlo Park fantasties. Hulle verdien hierdie eerste doel, hulle die meeste druk opgesit in hierdie eerste helfte en St. John's wat bietjie vinniger die bal moet begin versprei om die druk van Menlo Park af te breek. St. John's wat die bal netjies rol binneveld toe, goed onderskep deur Menlo Park se kaptein. Losbal, St. John's wat dit optel. Hier's 'n goeie geleentheid, dryf binneveld toe, goed verdedig, kan St. John's dit vinnig vat. Hulle probeer dit vinnig vat, maar dit is ongelukkig nie op die regte plek nie. Maar die spoed van die wedstryd bietjie afbreek en geleentheid gee vir Menlo Park om meer spelers in goeie posisies te kry vir die verdediging. Kort pas, niemand in die sirkel ongelukkig van St. John's. Nou het hulle iemand, daar's 'n losbal en ek dink dit mag dalk 'n kort hoekie wees vir St. John's. Bal wat mooi ingespeel is, dis die doel van Menlo Park en goeie awareness van die nommer 11 van Menlo Park om dit weg te bære en dit is 'n vroeë doel in hierdie wedstryd, maar St. John's wat 'n groot geleentheid het om die wedstryd gelyk op te maak. Kom ons kyk wat hulle korthoekie routine sal wees by hierdie geleentheid. St. John's het die bal van die ander kant van die Astrabaan uitstoot. Interessante routine. Naby, teruggerol, verkant. Sorteer, goed verdedig deur Menlo Park. Interessante routine van St. John's. Nie altyd die maklikste om te verdedig as iemand iets anders te probeer. So dit is maar goed gedoen deur Menlo Park daar om die bal uit te hou. Interessante geleentheid. Kom ons kyk hier so St. John's wat die bal heeltemal versprei. Nek is 'n platstok mooi dopgehou en uitgespeel. En Menlo Park wat baie goed doen om maar ene te verdedig. St. John's geleentheid om die bal te speel in die sirkel en ongelukkig iemand in die sirkel goed onderskep, maar net nie die bal wat beheer kon word nie. En 'n 16 wat uitrol, Menlo Park het geleentheid om 'n bietjie die bal te probeer behou. Hulle is bietjie onder druk in die laaste 30 sekondes gewees, 30-40 sekondes. So seker of van hulle afrigter daar sal wil hê dat hulle die bal 'n bietjie langer moet hou. Hulle probeer 'n bal reg in die middel van die veld afspeel wat eintlik amper uitwerk vir hulle. En is ongelukkig net by St. John's speler gewees. Ek is 'n pop-pass op St. John's, nog enetjie opgetel op die stok. Losbal. En die parkskaptein wat 'n fantastiese wedstryd so ver het. Sy probeer inrol, 3 spelers rondom haar. Sy kry die bal, tref 'n voet van die St. John's, van die Menlo Park kaptein. St. John's wat deur die middel dryf, kan sy in die sirkel in beweeg en 'n shot onderwen. Probeer terugdryf binne toe, losbal en ek dink dit is nog 'n korthoekie. St. John's wat baie meer druk opsit in hierdie laaste 4 minute nadat hulle die doel afgestaan het en ons is 10-1 in vir 'n baie harde wedstryd. St. John's wat die bal gaan uitstoot, so is nou van die ander kant af. Goed getrap, is 'n dragvlek, dis on target, daar vlieg 'n stok. Uit al die nattigheid van die dag sal dit 'n bietjie glibberig raak, maar daar is baie interessant geweest. Die meisie het weer haar stok terug en sy dribbel deur Menlo Park. Fantastiese aerial skills, wat kan sy doen? Trek terug. Goed verdedig deur Menlo Park daarso. En interessante bietjie spel in daai laaste minuut gewees. En dit het met my ook al gebeur. So is niks niets nie. Daar sien jy die skare wat 'n bietjie onder die gazebo sit. En baie dankie aan Parel Gymnasium wat 'n bietjie geleentheid bied vir die ouers om onder dak te staan met hierdie klomp reën wat val in die Kaap waar ons glad nie kan kla nie, veral met ons droogte wat ons in die afgelope tyd gehad het. Dis dit 'n genade van bo dat ons 'n bietjie ekstra reën kon kry. Menlo Park wat onder baie druk is, ek dink hulle sal graag uit hulle eie helfte uit wil kom. Maar St. John's maak dit glad nie maklik en hulle speel baie goed in die laaste 6 minute nadat hulle doel afgestaan het. En jy sien 'n bietjie strapping vir die St. John's spelers, 'n baie harde toernooi. Al twee spanne se 7de wedstryd van hierdie toernooi, hulle laaste ene ook op hierdie Sondagoggend. En dit is nogal 'n bietjie hard op die bene as jy so baie intense, hoë kwaliteit hokkie wil speel vir 7 wedstryde oor omtrent 3-4 dae. St. John's wat goed doen om die bal in die helfte van Menlo Park te hou en hulle onder druk te hou. Menlo Park wat nou geleentheid het om die bal te kleer. So 'n bietjie van 'n chip reverse hit wat alright uitwerk vir hulle, maar gee hom gelukkig net die bal terug vir St. John's en St. John's wat nie 'n goeie baas daar het wat die bal losmaak. En 'n bietjie scrappy in die laaste tydjie. Kom ons hoop hulle kan dit 'n bietjie meer laat vloei. Hier soos 'n goeie paas te ontvang word deur St. John's se spelertjie, dryf van die linkerkant en probeer die bal in die sirkel in speel. kry dit in. Ongelukkig Menlo Park wat die bal goed verdedig vir St. John's. Nog 'n losbal en is 'n lelike stick tackle en ek is seker daarvan die skeieregter het 'n kortjie gegee. Weer eens vir St. John's, hulle derde ene in die afgelope 7-8 minute. St. John's wat die kortjie gevat van die linkerkant af. Weer eens baie dankie aan ons borge F&B en ander amers. Julle kan sien is hulle banners daarso. Hier so St. John's vat die ongelooflike keer deur die doelwagter van Menlo Park. Dit was 'n fantastiese keer geweest. Goeie hou van St. John's en ek het 'n idee hoe die doelwagter daai bal oor die crossbar gekry het. Hier so is 'n replay. Slaan die bal goed gekeer en van haar enkel af omtrent oor. Ongelooflike keer. En Menlo Park sal baie bly wees dat hulle doelwagter opgekom het met so 'n fantastiese keer. Weer eens St. John's wat die bal in die sirkel kry, losbal wat skoon gemaak word deur Menlo Park, weer eens net opgespeel word, bal wat opgetel word deur die centerback van St. John's en 'n lospas en hier's 'n groot geleentheid vir Menlo Park om net 'n bietjie druk van hulle self af te haal. Skeieregter wat ongelukkig sê die bal moet op die lyn wees. Bal daar deur die middel van St. John's het ongelukkig uitgaan vir 16. Menlo Park wat nou 'n bietjie vir St. John's in hulle eie helfte kan impres. En as julle vinnig kyk het in die verkant, kan julle sien dat die wedstryd tussen Bloemhof en Parel Gymnasium wel voortgaan op daardie Esterbaan. Brawe meisies om in daai nat kondisies te speel. Maar dit lyk redelik goed. Menlo Park, bal in die sirkel, trek die bal links, pop het na die voorpost, toe kan hulle dit finish. Great save deur die keeper en die gekleer deur St. John's speler. En Menlo Park, as hulle eers in die sirkel kom, lyk hulle baie gevaarlik. En St. John's se doelwagter, altyd doelwagters van albei spanne wat sover baie goeie saves gemaak het en hulle spanne in hierdie wedstryd gehou het. So 'n minuut en 'n half van hierdie helfte oor. En Menlo Park wat net die bal sal probeer behou vir die volgende minuut en 'n half en ingaan halftyd met 'n 1-doel telling. Voorloopbetelling om seker by die afrigtery te kom en seker te maak wat hulle beter kan doen. St. John's wat die vryslaan vinnig vat, probeer die bal versprei maar Damie dit, so beweeg bietjie links, kyk op, goeie 1-2 beweging, ongelukkig net die bal ontvang nie. St. John's wat weer eens die bal optel, gee hulle poppas in die sirkel en kan hulle dit upgrade of 'n hou wegkry. Kry 'n hou op hierdie reverse stick weg, goeie keerslag deur die doelwagter en Menlo Park wat net die bal verrend opslaan, reguit na St. John's speler toe, so 35 sekondes van hierdie helfte oor en goeie verdediging deur Menlo Park daar so en 'n wenne vryslaan wat bietjie 30 sekondes tyd kan opvreet. Kiara wat baie goed doen daarso om die bal te versprei. 10 sekondes oor is nou 'n guldige geleentheid om die bal in die sirkel te kry. Vryslaan wat gevat word, kan sy dit in die sirkel kry. 2 sekondes oor en ek glo dit behoort die einde van die eerste helfte te wees. Goeie eerste helfte deur hierdie twee spanne. Menlo Park en St. John's en ons gaan in hierdie eerste helfte van die eerste wedstryd op die laaste dag van die topskole top 12 toernooi in met Menlo Park en St. John's DSG 0.
When running a business means
You take credit card? Yes.
all speed points help you get paid. when it means
They signed the indemnity forms, right?
our Law on Core business plan helps with legal issues, when it means
The auditors need the financial report.
our free instant accounting handles that, and when it means
Is it big enough?
our commercial property finance helps you grow. See, whatever business means to you, it takes a bank that does more to help start, run, and grow your business. So get Gold Business from FNB.
So Werner, you obviously involved with F&B Business. Why would F&B Business get involved in a tournament like this prestigious tournament?
Well, Tian, as a bank, we like to get involved with small businesses and take them right through to maturity. Partner with them and really be their banking partner right through their life cycle. The same thing applies to schools and school sports, and specifically with young talent like this. We like to see them going through from grassroots to greatness. In F&B, that's what we like to do, and see them develop their skills to an exceptional level. And this is all part of that plan.
En so is ons terug vir die tweede helfte van hierdie wedstryd tussen Menlo Park en St. John's DSG. Menlo Park wat 1-0 voorloop, en die laaste helfte van hierdie toernooi vir hierdie twee spanne wat uitspeel vir 5de en 6de plek in hulle divisie. St. John's wat bietjie meer druk moet opsit in hierdie tweede helfte om voor te kom. Goed ontvang daardeur die Menlo Park speler 'n geleentheid om te counter-attack. Moe bene wat net nie by die bal kon uitkom nie. En St. John's wat deur die lyne speel. St. John, Menlo Park, ekskuus, wat 'n bietjie beheer vat oor die wedstryd, 'n bietjie druk af vir die kaptein. So hy sien die druk rol mooi uit en versprei die bal. Die realignment van Menlo Park se spelers. En daar sou wen St. John's die bal hoog op die veld terug. Kan sy indryf, vinnig speel, protect die bal en 'n shot at target losbal. Wat gaan nou aan? En is 'n kort hoekie vir St. John's. Goed gedoen deur die doelwagter van Menlo Park om net daai momentum van die aanval bietjie te keer en dit is 10-10 en 'n beter uitkoms as om 'n doel aan te teken of af te staan. En St. John's wat nou omtrent hulle 4de of 5de korthoekie so het, en hulle sal graag een van daai sou wel wil gebruik het, maar hier is ons nog geleentheid om te kyk of hulle dit doel kan maak, doel elk kan maak in hierdie wedstryd. Natuurlik as hierdie wedstryd gelyk op eindig, dan sal dit na 'n shootout toe gaan waar die beste uit 5 uit is. Hier is ons by St. John's, stoot die bal uit. Ook uit van die sirkel, rol het, kyk links, kyk regs, dryf in, verdedig die bal, rol het terug, en is dit nog 'n kort hoekie? Ja, dit is. Ek is nie presies seker hoekom nie, maar wys net vir jou hoe vinnig die persone wat van die halflyn af terug hardloop vir Menlo Park daar uitgekom het, wat jy nie altyd sien by hokkie nie, maar wel gedaan deur hulle om 'n bietjie druk van agter af op te sit. En sal interessant is wat St. John's by hierdie kort hoekie nou gaan doen. St. John's wat die bal uitstoot, gaan ons Slaan nie, goeie kontak gemaak nie. Goed gedoen deur Menlo Park om die bal uit te kry. Kan St. John's die bal optel? Ja, sy doen. Dribbel met een hand, goeie beheer oor die bal, gehandhaaf daar. St. John's het baie druk op sit in hierdie eerste gedeelte van die tweede helfte. Losbal wat opgetel word daar deur St. John's. Hulle speel die bal in die middel en kan hulle die bal transfer. Lang bal in, goed opgetel deur Menlo Park. Losbal, hier is geleentheid vir Menlo Park om 'n bietjie uit te speel, maar St. John's wat weer eens 'n goeie tackle maak. Losbal. Menlo Park, St. John's, ekskuus, wat bietjie skoon maak daarso en goed doen om skoon te maak. En baie losballe in hierdie wedstryd sover en hier is ons Menlo Park op die bal. En klomp passes wat net nie na dieselfde span se hand af toe gaan nie. En bietjie scrappy in die game. St. John's op die bal. Aan die regterkant hulle probeer hulle aangaan. Vang deur speler van St. John's, hy dryf binne toe, goeie tackle van die Menlo Park speler, maar kan net nie beheer oor die bal behou nie. St. John's wat probeer baie hierdie game aansienlik vinniger maak. Word net teruggeroep deur die skeieregter om die bal op die regte plek te vat. Pas hom regs uit. Probeer die bal in die sirkeling kry en slat 'n voetjie van St. John's en geleentheid vir Menlo Park net hierdie wedstryd skoon bietjie van hulle eie helfte ontslae te raak. Kaptein van Menlo Park met die bal lang opslaan en dit bons goed vir hulle van die stokke van St. John's af. St. John's wat goed opmop en die bal uitspeel waar Menlo Park nou 'n bietjie op die aanval kan kom. Menlo Park in die sirkel kry, hou weg, losbal, tref die voet ongelukkig van Menlo Park daar en moet sê, as Menlo Park eers in die sirkel kom, maar lyk hulle baie gevaarlik.
Wat zijn er zo
St. John's waar die bal goed afhaal daar, pas die bal binneveld toe. En dis definitief 'n gevaarspeler van St. John's op die bal, hierso met die geel-grey stok. Definitief 'n speler om vooruit te kyk. St. John's wat 5 dryf met die bal, kry die bal in die sirkel in, tref die voet van Menlo Park, losbal, klein paas, goed verdedig deur Menlo Park, en St. John's wat nie die bal kan inhou nie, en het is definitief 'n Menlo Park bal om van agteraf weer uit te speel. St. John's geleentheid hierso. Goed gelees deur die Menlo Park speler, maar St. John's wat die bal inhou, kan hulle kortjie wen. Goeie aerial skills. Dryf terug. Daai is ongelooflike aerial skills deur die St. John's speler en Menlo Park wat probeer skoonmaak, maar St. John's nog steeds op die bal. Probeer die bal indryf in die sirkel en losbal. St. John's speler wat links draai, regs draai. Knoop die Menlo Park spelers te mekaar en ek dink dit sal 'n kortjie wees. Yes, dit is St. John's wat al die druk opsit in hierdie tweede helfte. En hulle gaan een van hierdie kortjies moet gebruik. St. John's op die bal. Waar is die bal links? Interessante korthoekie routine. En nog 'n korthoekie. St. John's het definitief 'n bietjie variasies op hulle korthoekie routines. En ek dink nie jy weet altyd wat hulle gaan doen nie, wat dit interessant maak en moeilik maak natuurlik vir die verdediging om 'n plan uit te sit daarvoor. Maar ek dink met St. John's moet hulle dalk net hierdie keer ietsie gebruik wat net normaal is. Of nommer 1, stop die bal, slaan die bal of drag dit. Dis 'n slip, daar die neerpost en is 'n doel. St. John's wat dit 'n bietjie meer eenvoudig hou. Stop, slap en 'n voorpost deflection, van neerpost deflection en St. John's wat dit 1-0 of 1-1 maak. En ja, ons sal uitgaan vir 'n shootout hier as dit so bly. So jy sien ingesit slap voorpost, toe tref die voet van Menlo Park. Goeie advantage weer eens deur die skeieregter. En die meisie op die neerpost wat dit wegsit. Hier's 'n next angle. Bal was van buite af geslaan as jy mooi kyk, maar dit's 'n losbal en St. John's wat eerste daarop is. En hier's nog 'n geleentheid vir St. John's. Dis net verby. Hulle ek dink die doelwagter het gekeer as die skeieregter 'n lang gegee, die doelwagter het definitief gekeer. Hulle het amper 2 doele in die spasie van 30 sekondes en hulle lyk baie gevaarlik. Hierdie wedstryd is nog lank nie klaar nie. St. John's wat definitief die meer gevaarlike span lyk in hierdie tweede helfte. Bal in die sirkel, skoon gemaak deur Menlo Park en ek dink dit sal Menlo Park se bal wees, die voet daar getref van St. John's speler. En iewers skielik het hierdie wedstryd net vlam gevat. Hier is daai geleentheid, foutjie wat begaan was daar so deur Menlo Park. Gevaarspeler van St. John's wat die bal optel en net 'n voetjie wat gekry is daar deur die Menlo Park doelwagter om dit verby die regterkantste paal weg te stuur. Menlo Park nou 'n geleentheid om die bal in sirkel doen, goed opgetel deur St. John's, speel die bal hoog uit, opgetel deur St. John's, losbal. Menlo Park wat die bal optel en hulle kan 'n paar pass complete. Maar ongelukkig die bal wat uitrol, St. John's geleentheid om weer op die bal te klim. Afrigter van St. John's Rachel wat baie gelukkig sal wees met hoe haar span speel in hierdie tweede helfte. Netjies 'n bal uit in die middel. Iemand wat hoog op die veld kom, dryf regs uit. Goed verdedig deur St. John's om hulle wyd te stuur. En natuurlik is aansienlik 'n minder gevaarlike area om te verdedig wyd as om deur die middel te probeer verdedig. Ouwet wat gegooi word deur Menlo Park en bal wat uitrol ongelukkig vir uitrol daar so vir Menlo Park. Ek hou net gou die verste wedstryd dop wat nog steeds voortgaan, wat fantasties om te sien. En dit is 0-0 daar tussen Bloemhof en Parel Gymnasium, 'n Boland derby. Menlo Park vir die bal in die sirkel steek. Net die voet van 'n Menlo Park speler daar geraak. Netjies 'n paas daar. 1-2 beweging. St. John's by bal. Hier's 'n geleentheid, groot geleentheid om die bal in die sirkel te dryf. Kan net nie die bal netjies op die stok kry nie, maar nog steeds 'n groot geleentheid vir St. John's hoog op die veld om 'n aanval te loods. Menlo Park wat deur die middel probeer dryf daarso. En St. John's weer eens op die bal, baie balbesit in hierdie tweede helfte gehad. En Menlo Park het stadig seker hulle self probeer opspeel hoor op die veld. St. John's wat die bal probeer behou. Agter 'n paar pas kompleet. Goed ontvang deur die sendelink. Netjies uitgerol aan die linkerkant toe. Hoë bal op die veld. Ingetrek deur St. John's. Probeer hulle sterk speler op die bal kry. En joh, wat 'n tackle. Klein wat 'n bietjie scrappy raak. Menlo Park wat nou geleentheid om van agter te speel. Ons sien ons die ouers van die verskillende spanne. Wat ongelooflik is dat hulle so ver af gekom het om hulle dogters te ondersteun. En ek seker daarvan hulle is baie dankbaar daarvoor. St. John's wat die bal hoog opwen. En obstruksie wat oorgaan was daar so deur St. John's en Menlo Park sal te bly wees dat hulle wegkom met daai enetjie. Poppas in die sirkel en losbal. St. John's op die bal en ek dink die skeieregter te vryslaan gee vir Menlo Park. Nou daai was so het of dit kon 'n doel wees vir St. John's. St. John's weer eens op die bal, rol die bal. Poppas in die sirkel in, losbal. En weer eens 'n vryslaan gegee word vir Menlo Park. Die plek, kom ons kyk wat ons kan sien wat die skeieregter gesien het. En ek is nie 100% seker wat daar was nie, maar wel 'n vryslaan uit wat vir Menlo Park was. St. John's wat weer eens geleentheid het om die bal in te speel, hulle doen. En lankie wat gegee was daar deur die skeieregter. Aan die verste kant is dit ook nog steeds 0-0 tussen Bloemhof en Parel Gymnasium. Goed onderskep deur St. John's daar. Maar Menlo Park op die bal vir slag. Dryf deur die middel van die veld. Probeer die bal hoog kry in die sirkel in. Ongelukkig kan hulle nie. St. John's vir die bal uitspeel. As die wedstryd soos hierdie bly een en gaan ons na 'n shootout toe. Maar hier is 'n groot geleentheid vir St. John's. Losbal in die sirkel. Kan sy daar uitkom en goed verdedig deur Menlo Park om net die bal uit te stuur vir 'n lang hoekie en St. John's wat definitief baie meer gevaarlik lyk op hierdie stadium as Menlo Park. St. John's wat geduld wys op die bal, speel die bal agtertoe. John's wat 5 meter met die bal dribbel. St. John's wat vinnig probeer speel. En aan die verkant sal jy sien dat Parel Gymnasium die doel aangeteken het daar om dit 1-0 te maak teen Bloemhof. St. Johns op die bal, speel die bal uit, kry die bal in die sirkel, sy losbal en gaan uitgaan vir 'n lang hoekie vir St. John's. Twee minute oor van hierdie wedstryd, omtrent net minder as 2 minute oor van hierdie wedstryd vir enige span om 'n doel te kry. Indien hulle nie 'n doel kry nie, sal dit uitgaan na showdowns toe. 8 sekondes teen die doelwagter, maar hierso is St. John's op die bal, probeer die bal vinnig terugkry om vinnig te kan speel. So, St. John's wat hier vasgeval word in die helfte en Menlo Park wat net die bal probeer skoonmaak en hulle kry geleentheid. En al so 50 sekondes in die wedstryd oor. Ek dink hierdie wedstryd sal gaan na 'n showdowns toe indien daar iets groots gebeur in die volgende 30 sekondes of so, maar ons het al enigiets gesien in hokkie. So is St. John's op die bal. Rolle by Menlo Park wat hard probeer werk om hierdie wedstryd uit te sien. Losbal uitgeslaan deur St. John's, 40 sekondes oor in die wedstryd. Skies 20 sekondes, 10 sekondes. St. John's wat dryf in die sirkel in en ek dink hulle wen 'n voetjie daarso. Het hulle 'n voetjie gewen. Nee, hulle het en Menlo Park wat net hierso sal skoonmaak. En ek dink dit sal die einde van die wedstryd wees. En ons gaan na showdowns toe gaan. En yes, ons gaan na showdowns toe. Menlo Park 1, St. John's DSG 1. So baie welkom terug. Ons het 'n shootout hierso tussen Menlo Park en St. John's. Al twee spanne wat 5 spelers kry om van die kwartlyn af 8 sekondes te kry om 1 teen 1 met die doelwagter te gaan en die beste uit 5 uit wen en kry 'n posisie hoër as die ander span in hierdie toernooi. Julle sal sien dat die ligte wel nog aan is terwyl dit omtrent al klaar 8:45 hier in die Parel is. Ons het baie donker wolke reg rondom ons. Julle sal hier die berge agterkant sien nie. En ons het nogals baie swaar reën gekry in die afgelope 24 uur en wat die omstandighede van die wedstryd so 'n bietjie interessant maak. So die twee kapteine sal gaan tos vir wie eerste of tweede gaan en ek is seker of van hulle sal omtrent aan die regterkant van die hoofpaviljoen die doele gaan vat, die showdowns gaan vat en altyd 'n baie interessante gedeelte van 'n wedstryd is die showdowns. En baie keer die span wat die beste hulle senuwees kan hanteer is normaalweg die span wat uitkom met die resultaat. Maak die spanne nou gereed. Paar drukkies van good luck. Julle kan dit doen. Natuurlike doelwagters wat 'n groot rol speel in so 'n toernooi. Of so showdowns. En goeie sportman gees tussen die twee doelwagters. En kom ons hoop die beste span sal seëvier in hierdie wedstryd. So maak nommer 12 van Menlo Park reg om die eerste ene te vat. Skeieregters is in posisie. En sy 8 sekondes van die vletjie blaas. Hier gaan sy. Sy gebruik 'n interessante tap op die stok manier. En ongelukkig werk dit nie. Ja, ietsie anders te probeer daar deur Menlo Park se speler en amper afgekom. Ongelukkig nie. Ons hou daarvan om 'n ekstra bietjie skills te sien en daar was iets ekstra en anders. En ongelukkig werk dit uit. Die eerste shootout opportunity van Menlo Park werk nie, maar hier is St. John's se geleentheid. Wys geduld, probeer omspin en kry dit deur die bene van die doelwagter. St. John's wat hierdie eerste ene aanteken om 1-0 voor te gaan. Menlo Park se gedeelte. Gaan ons 8 sekondes. Verloor beheer, losbal, wat kan die keeper doen? En dis nog steeds los, maar Menlo Park wat dit kan instee en nog ene wat verbrou word deur Menlo Park. St. John's wat nog steeds 1-0 voorloop in hierdie shootout. Menlo Park wat sover 2 gevat het, nie 1 aangeteken het nie. St. John's wat hulle 1 aangeteken het. Hulle kan hulle self in 'n baie goeie posisie plaas indien hulle hierdie ene wegbere. Doelwagter uitkom, bal is wyd. Doelwagter wat duik, keer die bal. Die shot wat on target is en 'n goeie keer deur die doelwagter van Menlo Park. En ons is nog steeds 1-0 voor. DSG albei spanne wat 2 geleenthede gehad het. En Menlo Park wat 'n geleentheid om dit gelyk te maak nou vir die 3de geleentheid. Gaan die nommer 7 van Menlo Park. Dryf 'n bietjie links uit, trek links, gly. Wie kan eers right kom? Die doelwagter wat hard werk. En die meisie van Menlo Park wat alles gee om uit te kom en ongelukkig kon sy net right kom nie. En nog steeds 1-0 vir St. John's DSG. St. John's wat die geleentheid gebruik. Goeie speler hier van St. John's. Wys links, wys regs. Poppy pass, bal, losbal. Goeie save. En die vraag is, was tyd verby of was tyd nie verby nie? En dit klink of hulle die doel wel gee. Yes, hulle gee die doel wel. Yes, hulle het die doel gegee en St. John's is 2-0 voor. En net om vir julle indikasie te gee, as Menlo Park nie hierdie doel aanteken nie, as hulle nie hierdie doel aanteken nie, dan wen St. John's. Nog 'n geleentheid wat gebruik word. En gekeer deur St. John's en dit oor die einde van die wedstryd te wees. Hulle gaan voortgaan, as ek my somme reg het, behoort Menlo Park 4 te gemis het, wat beteken hulle kan nie meer 2 doele aanteken nie, maar hulle gaan voort. Wel, as kom ons sê maar net as DSG of as St. John DSG hierdie doel aanteken, dan is dit game set and match. En hulle doen, en ek is seker van dis die einde van die wedstryd. Yes, dit is St. John's DSG wat hierdie 5de en 6de uitkoolwedstryd wen op showdowns 3-0. En hulle omhels hulle toewagter wat hulle sien as die hero van hierdie shootout. Wel gedaan aan die meisies. Menlo Park ook vir 'n fantastiese wedstryd. Wedstryd geëindig het Menlo Park 1, St. John's 1, maar St. John's wat die shootout wen 3 doele teenoor 0.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under 16 Top Schools Tournament at Paul Gymnasium. For the upcoming game, we have Grey College versus Sachs for the third and fourth playoff for this game, for this tournament. Excited to see what both teams doing in this game?
Karina, yes, very good morning to you on a wet, rainy morning here in Paul. We see Grey College's team sheet. We don't know if he's in goal, but Janko Krier, number 1, Sean Allen, number 2, Guillaume van Wyk, number 3, Dewald Junius, number 4, Muhagi Muhapi, number 5, Andre Moore, Christian Vermeulen, Kossi Visser, Christian Witt, François Fourie, Corne Grissel, Giovanni Fourie, and Heinrich Viljoen.
For the Sachs team, we have number 1, Ryan Silberbohr, Damien Knott, number 2, Matthew Fashveld, number 3, number 4, Matthew May, Joss, Mike McGraw, Tim Patton, Amar, number 9, James Turner, number 10, Aidan Fourie, 11, Thomas, number 12, Izar, number 13, Polele, number 14, Luca, number 15, Louis, and number 16, Jarrett.
And this should be an exciting encounter. Sachs have played some brilliant hockey this week, and Grey College have had up and down results. So we look forward to an exciting encounter for one of these teams to medal this week. Karina, how's your week been?
Been a really great week of hockey, and we've seen some skillful players, especially at under 16 level on the boys and the girls side, and it's great to see these young players showing such a brilliant skill set at such a young age, and they still have a long way to go.
What has your involvement been this week, Karina?
I am an umpire, so I've been umpiring the games.
Fantastic. We see Sachs on attack from the start, taking down the right-hand channel, looking to enter the circle on the baseline, but good defense from Grey College, cutting off that baseline, forcing him to turn back infield. And as you can see on the B AstroTurf in the back, the AstroTurf slightly waterlogged, which just shows the amount of rain that has fallen this morning so far. And good transfer from the Sachs boys. Few backhand hits in that pass, in that short passage of play, but lifted pass into the circle and a free hit to Grey College.
I think because the Astra is so wet because of all the rain on both the A Astra and the B, it's going to be extremely important for all the teams to keep ball possession and keep ball control, because it's so easy, and we saw it in the previous game. It was so easy just to slip and lose that ball control, maybe taking 2 seconds longer instead of rushing it.
And just mentally staying in control of yourself in conditions like this. Control the controllables, and then you just see if you can get the best outcomes. Sachs have been all out attack these first. Sorry, our clock has stopped on the screen, but in these first 2 minutes, Sachs have been all out attack this far. And Grey College struggling to work the ball out the back.
Transferring the ball around the back, looking for that pass, but Sachs intercepting, and again on the attack, heading into the circle.
Grey College resolute in defense. And a good free hit won by Sachs. Sachs are controlling the ball possession, and especially high up on the park. And they win their first penalty corner. Ball fired into the circle. A little bit of a stick tackle. And let's see, Saks have had a good conversion rate of their short corners, their penalty corners this week. So we see if they can make use of this in these wet conditions.
I think it is extremely important, especially now for those grey defenders, to just stay composed in defence and making sure that when they do clear the ball, they clear it wide.
And while run down, good first wave pressure from Grey College. Long corner, ball's flown over the fence, so all the boys asking for a ball. You can see the urgency in Saks' game. They want to keep pressure on Grey, and they want to play at a speed that they feel that Grey College can't control. Grey College handling it well thus far, the first 3 minutes. Very composed defensively. And ball across, just doesn't make the connection. Grey College carry the ball out down the right-hand channel of the field.
And a good little free hit for Grey College on the far side of the field. They will be looking to get that ball in their attacking 25 to see if they can get the first points on the board against Saks, just to give them a little bit of more confidence for the rest of the game. Again, a transfer around the back for Grey. Being patient.
Grey taking their time on the ball, feeding the ball forward. Great lead from the striker, keeping it in. Wins a free hit, and this is the first time we've seen Grey College on attack. Doing really well to control the ball up there. Grey College look like they might want to go more direct, high up on the field.
Saks doing a great job not letting them get into that circle.
And if we see Saks, they've got 4 numbers around the player taking the free hit on the sideline. Really just keeps him channel bound. But great skill, eliminates 4 of those defenders, and then just cannot keep the ball in play.
Just that last touch, keeping ball control going into the side of the circle.
And the foot given away by Grey College. Saks still on the move down the right. Feeding it into that right-hand channel. Grey College looking very composed. And they would like to play a slower tempo game, Grey College. I think they know that they can't play at the same speed that Saks would want to play the game, so they're slowing it down, moving the ball around the back, looking to control the speed of the game when they win the ball off Saks. Great transfer pass from Grey College, and now they want to speed up and just can't make the connection.
Saks transferring the ball around the back, looking for that next pass, that next connection on the attack. A back pass, but a missed trap, putting Saks under a little bit of pressure, but still have ball control, still have ball possession.
We see there's a good defensive dribble from Saks down the right-hand channel, using their body to cut off the defender.
A good tackle from Grey.
Grey College growing into this game, getting more ball possession, been transferring the ball with more speed and starting to get outcomes in the circle. And unfortunately a stick block gives a free hit to Saks.
A lifted pass into the Grey player wins Grey the free hit in the middle of the field. Over the last 3 minutes of this first half, Grey's definitely been more attacking than what they've been in the first few minutes of the first half. Maybe putting a little bit of that pressure back onto Sachs.
What we've seen is just Grey College controlling the ball possession the last 3 minutes. In the first 5 minutes, they just could not touch the ball. Sachs had full control of the game. And what we've seen is once Grey has controlled the ball, they've looked good.
They've been making those connection passes. They're getting into the circle, using their skill, but just struggling a little bit to get that finishing touches.
Yeah, we see Damien Knott, SA under 16 boy from the IPT earlier this year. Very skillful player. You'll see him moving higher and lower on the field, sometimes in the circle on attack, sometimes deeper on the field in between the defenders. And he's also their drag flicker, so we might actually see him have a flick off the short corner.
Again, Sachs finding Grey on the back foot, taking their free hits really fast and getting that penalty corner, giving them an opportunity to see if they can get that first goal of the game and put their team in the lead.
A good push. A variation. The ball went to Damien Knott on the variation, and unfortunately ball got stuck in his hook and went wildly off target. Sachs looking for the big diagonal pass. Ball back at the top of the circle. Good save. And unfortunately the ball just could not sneak over the line there.
A little bit of a scramble there on baseline, but good defense from Grey. I think they've been absorbing the pressure quite well thus far in this first half.
What we saw there was the Grey College goalkeeper made the save, which was great, but his body was leaning back, which meant he didn't get a clean connection on the ball. He was actually moving away from the ball versus going into the save, and that allowed the ball to almost sneak over the line, but save was good and his defenders assisted him to clear the ball.
Grey on the attack on the far side. Some strong running for both teams when they're on the ball.
Grey College look to continue to find joy down this right-hand channel. Grey College moving the ball from left to right, ball into the circle. Fortunately, no connection.
It seems like Grey is struggling just to make that third or fourth connection pass going into the circle. The overhead by Sachs, but striker just mistimed his run, letting the ball run over the side of the field.
And I've been impressed with Grey College. They've grown through this tournament. Earlier in the tournament they faced Sachs, and I believe the result was 3-0, possibly 2-0. And I'll confirm that for you in a minute or so. But again, we see Sachs on attack.
Again, taking that free hit quite easily, but good defense, cover defense from Grey's links. Grey winning that free hit off the foot of a Sachs player. Again, Grey will be searching for that high striker inside the circle on the overhead. But a trap by Sachs, and Sachs back in ball control, ball possession. Also looking to get back on the attack. Also some good defensive dribbling by Gray. And a long ball into the circle, but again not getting that high striker high enough to give them an opportunity inside the circle.
And I apologize, I can't find the score at the moment between Grey College and Sachs, but I believe it was 3-0. So we're seeing a far better structured performance from Grey College. Something they really focus on is their structure and the way they play around that structure. And they are a really tough team to break down, so Sachs will not want Grey College to score the first goal.
Again, a little overhead to Gray player, finding that striker up high. Some good passes, Gray getting into that circle, but again, just struggling to keep ball control, but a shot, backstick shot on, deflected from the Sachs player. But some good defending by Sachs, keeping Gray outside of that circle, not letting them get a penalty corner. And a good clear by the Sachs outside link. A little more than 5 minutes to go in this first half between Grey College and Sachs in the third and fourth playoff game for the Under-16 Top Schools tournament in Paarl. Unfortunately, a little stumble between a Grey and Sachs boy, giving Sachs a free hit and a great ball across the field. Sachs looking to get back in that circle to get an opportunity at the goals. Ball on top D. And again, great defense by Grey College. We've been seeing them absorbing a lot of pressure in this first half and not allowing Sachs to score at all. Gray just getting that little foot free hit. As you can see, the turf really slippery from the rain. The amount of rain we've been having between last night and this morning, as the ball travels quite fast and the players slipping when they try to accelerate. But Sachs back on the attack and ball to the baseline, but the striker unfortunately just mistrapping it, giving Grey College that 16. Gray transferring the ball around the back, looking for that player leading for them, finding it but not controlling it, and Sachs back on the attack and a line ball, but unfortunately the striker mistiming his run and letting the ball roll over baseline. Overhead to Gray, and a good trap by a Sachs player, getting it under control, but some again good cover defense from Gray, especially in the last 5 minutes of this first half. Unfortunately, just sliding over the Sachs player, back of the stick. Almost a little counter there. Again, Gray looking for that higher striker, that higher link with those long balls, whereas Sachs is making those connection passes and maybe once or twice getting that crash ball into the circle. Again, Gray going around the back, trying to keep ball possession, finding that link, and some great skill by the Gray player, getting out between three Sachs players. And another overhead for Gray, but Sachs picking up the ball, and again struggling these last few minutes, struggling to make that third or fourth connection pass, going forwards and allowing the ball to either run over baseline or run over the side. Gray will be looking to get back in the attacking 25 for the last little bit more of a minute in the first half. A great little interception of Sachs, but again some good defense by Grey College.
Grey College continue to look to transfer the ball around the back of the field, and then bigger diagonal passes. But what they're trying to do is making sure that they have defensive numbers once they've lost the ball. Grey College have been resolute this first half, as we have 5 seconds remaining. And I believe it's up to Sachs to possibly try and speed the game up. That is their style of play, so they probably want to start putting more pressure on those defenders of Grey College, and we look forward to an exciting second half.
Definitely.
When running a business means
You take credit card? Yes. Any?
our speed points help you get paid. When it means
They sign indemnity forms, right?
our Law on Call business plan helps with legal issues. When it means
The auditors need the financial report.
our free instant accounting handles that. And when it means
How's it big enough?
our commercial property finance helps you grow. See, whatever business means to you, it takes a bank that does more to help start, run, and grow your business. So get Gold Business from FNB.
I mean, it's been great. Everything's been set up really well, and just having been here last year, really good experience so far as well.
And what do you think about the quality of the hockey so far?
It is the top schools. It's one of those where it's really difficult to set expectations. We might not have done too well last year, but we've come with an expectation of growth and as a side and in terms of playing and what we're trying to do.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and good luck for your tournament.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Hello, you're back with us here at Paul Gymnasium for this fourth playoff between Grey College and Sax. With me, Jacques Roble and Karina Buerta. And we've seen a fantastic first half of hockey. Sax immediately looked to go on the front foot off the start. And very evenly contested first half. There's no team that you could say was the better or the worse.
We've seen both in the first half. We've seen both teams doing really well attacking when they do have the ball possession, but also we've been seeing some great defending from both sides in the first half.
And a good pass from Sax, good control, cutting infield. The coach would love that skill from the Sax boy. Whenever you can cut infield, you create a direct route to goal, which is always quicker and faster form of attack.
And even eliminating a defender that might have been trying to channeling you down the line.
It's fantastic skill. Something a lot of the top coaches are working on is different skills of how to break infield. And if you have a player that has 3 or 4 techniques of breaking infield, he's going to create a lot of opportunities for you.
Sax looking just to keep ball possession as they're transferring around the back, waiting for that opportunity to move forward.
Grey College still looking very calm. They're looking to keep transferring the ball into this right channel. It's what Sax have started to do now is because they're looking to run the ball down the sideline, not really break infield. They're meeting them more front on, making the tackle, and then what they do is Sax looking to attack through the middle of the field, but Grey, because they're only placing 1 or 2 players wide on the field, they've got a lot of numbers infield to defend when they lose the ball. So possibly Sax need to look to attack wider on the field, and Grey College need to look to attack more through the middle of the field maybe. And we see a foot. Good message from the co-umpire. And we have our first short corner of the game. Our first short corner of the second half. Apologies.
It would be interesting to see what Sax do with this penalty corner. The penalty corner that they had in the first half, we saw a little bit of a variety, but that flick just going way over the goal box. To see if they would be interesting to see if they can have a little bit more control on this penalty corner.
Going for the straight flick, a low flick. Damien Knott still on the ball. Good save, double save from the goalkeeper. And then Sax finish. Good composure in the circle. Great composure in the circle. Just kept the ball on the stick, used his body to create a shield. Took the ball wider, almost an indoor hockey technique to flick the ball around the goalkeeper.
A little conversation between the two umpires, just making sure they're getting the right call.
And a good low save. Damien Knott, the flicker, just following through. Good second save from Grey College, but unfortunately saving it right into the danger area. And that is a brilliant finish from
Maybe
Sax.
a little slow reaction from the Grey defender from post stepping on and clearing the ball from the keeper's pads to kind of prevent exactly what Sax just did.
So the defender could have been more alert, but also the goalkeeper could have cleared the ball more wide instead of straight down the middle. 2 saves. So he had 2 chances to clear it, and unfortunately, I know the ball comes at such a pace, just trying to make the save. And unfortunately, ball straight back into the middle of the field, and Sax pouncing on it and finishing brilliantly. And this should be interesting now, as Grey College were content with a slow-paced game, but now they are going to have to find a way to create a meaningful goal scoring chance. You almost felt that Grey were happy to defend with numbers, and even if it was a draw they were happy, and now we have to see how they're going to create extra numbers higher on the field. Oh, and a good infield pass. Just couldn't make the connection.
Also just deflected from the Sachs defender, giving Grey that long corner.
We see some Grey College supporters in the stands. It's tough to support in weather like this, but these supporters are tough.
Just as the hockey players on the field. Again, it seems like Grey's just struggling to either make that third or fourth connection pass, or they're getting that pass but not controlling the ball, and then just rolling over the side of the field, giving Sachs back the ball possession.
Sachs playing the ball into their fetcher, Damien Nutt, and transferring the ball. They're moving the ball out of contact really early, so there's no contact on the field.
As an umpire, do you think sometimes the kids on both boys and girls sides don't realize the importance of taking the ball in the right position? And we've seen it a lot at the tournament in the past 3 days. Players wanting to take it quickly, but it not being in the right position, and then umpires having to pull them back to take it in the right position.
Yeah, I think there's both ends of the spectrum. Sometimes you see an umpire calling it back for a half a meter, and that, I think, doesn't affect the game unless it's very close to the circle. And then you get the times where players just take the ball 15 meters away and they still think they can play, and then they get upset with the umpire when they can't play. I think it's just players understanding the rules.
Definitely.
But often they also see the international players, and international players take chances and take hits in different areas of the field and speed up play, and often don't stop a ball on a free hit. They just run, and yeah, they see the speed of those games and they want to play at that speed. So that's what they're trying to achieve, I believe.
I think all players, even as a player myself, you're always looking to take those chances to see how far you can push it, how far you can go, and but once you've realized that's not going to be allowed, or this is it, then stick to it.
So it's very important that the umpire sets that boundary and then the player sticks to that boundary.
And just as we see Grey have a penalty corner against them, but also the umpire giving a yellow card for a sliding tackle and taking out the Sachs player.
And now Grey College, this could be a double blow if they've just got a yellow card and they concede off the penalty corner. And it would be amazing if they can find their way back into the game after that. See a good ejection from Sachs. Again, they do the variation behind the back. Great save from the Grey College goalkeeper, and this time the postman more aware, clearing off the pads. And well worked from Grey College. You see the fake drag flick, ball behind the back. Good flick on target, and a bit of pad and a bit of glove on that save.
Again, you see the keeper going backwards instead of having, when they're standing up, making the clear, going forwards, going into the ball.
And that's often to do with the head position of a goalkeeper. If they can get their head going towards the ball, their body normally follows and goes towards the ball.
A quick turnover by Sachs, but some good defending by Grey.
Now we see Sachs attacking down the right-hand side of the field. Find the infield pass, but Grey College sticking to their man. Penalty corner. Dummy flick behind the back. Good save. Not clean contact from the goalkeeper, but as long as he gets something on the ball's not going in the goal.
But again, that post player, like you said, being a little bit more aware and getting the ball off the keeper's pad, going wide, not giving Sachs another opportunity to score.
And something that the attackers also practice a lot is being in positions to receive the ball once a goalkeeper's made a save. So getting into goal scoring positions so that you can score off that rebound, because often you don't score the first shot but you could score the second shot, as we saw with the first goal from Sachs. We see the right forward from Grey College has gone into right back for the moment, while their player has his yellow card. Only been 2 minutes of the yellow card. So Grey just have to keep fighting, grafting on the field until they get full numbers back and then look to launch an attack.
I definitely think Grey's been absorbing most of the pressure, especially in the second half, but the game as a whole thus far, they've definitely absorbed a lot more pressure than what Sachs did.
Even the overhead, Sachs marking. So they're the first receiver, because on the overhead rule, if you're the player, if two of you are just standing under the ball, it's defender's ball. The defender's under the ball first and you run under it, still defender's ball. But if the attacker's under the ball and the defender runs under it, then it's attacker's ball. So whoever's first underneath the ball. But if there's two people underneath the ball just standing, then it's defender's ball.
I've definitely been seeing over the last few minutes, and especially in the last bit of the first half, Grey's been throwing those overheads, looking for that striker, but as you said, Sachs marking really well, making sure they are the first receiver under that ball every time.
And yeah, we see Grey College, good composure in midfield, turning in a full circle, giving the ball back to his midfielder, and then a great diagonal pass. That was a 40-meter diagonal into his teammates. Grey College would love to be on this side of the field now. They still have about a minute to go with the player on the sidelines with his yellow card. Should be back on the field in a minute's time. And Grey doing extremely well to keep this at a 1-goal deficit. We see some fantastic aerial skills, also known as 3D skills, from the Sachs players. Ball's cleared, it's lifted, but no danger, so they play on. Sachs attacking down this left-hand channel. Good aerial skills once again. What we see there is a good tackling technique with the aerial skill. Instead of going lower, more upright, and almost split hands, jabbing towards the ball. Very good tackling technique from Grey College.
Grey searching for that player to try and get out of their defensive 25. Maybe get out of the defensive mode as a whole and start attacking a little bit more like we see they did the end of the first half.
And what do you think they need to do that, Karina?
I think what I've been seeing over the last few minutes, the Grey boys, when they do run with the ball, they tend to run with the ball away from their stick, making it easy for the Sachs defender to make that tackle. So maybe keeping ball control by keeping the ball on their stick when they're running, making maybe shorter connection passes instead of always looking for that long ball. Grey just looking to keep ball possession, patient, waiting to find that high striker.
And a good touch. Grey College just looking for that. Sachs giving them no space. Just squeezing out all space in those areas of the field in their deep defensive third. And Grey College just can't find an inch. Great discipline from Sachs. Grey College are definitely making an attempt to get players higher on the field and just find some space to get a shot away or eliminate a player and have a goal scoring opportunity, but there's just no space on the field.
You can definitely see the pressure Sachs is putting on the Grey boys, just forcing them to make those little errors and then winning the turnover, getting the ball, and like we see now on the attack again, but good defense, cover defense from Grey.
And now a turnover for Grey College. They look to run the ball upfield. But again, a good tackle from Sachs. And it always seems that Sachs have an extra player on the field. In every zone of the field, they're doubling up on their tackles. It's not just one defender defending one player. They've always got extra numbers. And that's just making it so much harder for Grey College. Unfortunately, Grey College still struggling to make those connections. But in a situation like this, one goal down, you just need one moment in the game. And Sachs will have to continue to be disciplined and focused defensively, because with 1 minute, with one chance, if the game goes 1-0, that's showdowns, and then it's anyone's game.
There's about just a little bit less than 3 minutes left of this game, and currently Sachs leading 1-0, but Grey continuously looking for that opportunity, just that one chance to maybe equalize the score.
And what would you say now about actually taking a goalkeeper off and going to 11 field players on the field? Do you think that's a good option for Grey, just to create an extra player on the field and maybe one player higher on the field?
If that is what they are considering, then it's extremely important to have that high player behind the Sachs defensive line, and then getting the ball behind the line of defense of Sachs to that high striker, giving him that opportunity or the chance to score. We've been seeing Grey, especially in the last couple of minutes, even maybe upping the pace of the game instead of taking it slower. They are wanting to take the ball quickly as well.
Yeah, we see that take it back 5 yards, then hit the ball into the circle. They've got the ball under control now, but a great low tackle from Sachs. Everyone low, sticks on the ground and just swarming around him.
Again,
There's
some
no room.
great discipline by Sachs. Composed, calm defense, and they're getting the ball out every time.
You could see the idea from Grey College there was that they wanted to put the ball on a foot, but because of the low body position from Sachs, ball hit the stick, rebounded, and then they all swarmed around him. No space to go. Unfortunately, dribbled out.
And a bad time tackle by a Grey player, resolving in another yellow card for Grey College with less than 1 minute to go of this game. Sachs back on the attack.
You see Sachs keeping the ball in the bottom corner now. They know they don't have to do anything to score a goal. They just want to keep the ball there, run down time. It's only 15 seconds to go. And heartbreak for Grey College. They've put so much effort into this game. Unfortunately, just no ball possession high on the field. And Sachs, deserved winners, you'd have to say, after that performance. They controlled the game, they had ball high on the field, and they maneuvered the ball better than Grey College could.
I definitely think well done to Grey College defenders, because they did make it difficult for Sachs, but Sachs just having that one opportunity and using it, getting that goal, giving them the 1-0 lead, and some great discipline by the Sachs defenders, not allowing Grey in the circle, or when they're in the circle, to get that penalty corner and giving them an opportunity to equalize the score.
Thank you very much, Karina, and thank you all our viewers. It finished 1-0 to Sachs. Sachs finished third at this year's Top Schools, and we've had a lovely day. Hope you enjoy the rest of the coverage today.
Welcome from wherever you are in the world. We've got a fantastic day of hockey here at Paul Gymnasium. It's finals day, moving day, and we're here to watch a strong DSG side take on the very traditional Herschel Girls School for a third and fourth playoff. I'm Sam Holmes. I'll be joined in commentary with Hudson under 16A coach Sipe. Sipe, your thoughts for today?
Well, Sam, I think anything could happen at this stage. I've been able to watch a few of the finals that have been played already. My match as well going to shootouts. So really it's very hard to call the results at this point of the day.
No, for sure. And as we look at the two team sheets, most sides carrying around 15, 16 players. Then you have four or five reserves. Those extra legs are going to be crucial as we played a lot of hard hockey. This will be the 7th game that the girls will be playing. It's a lot of tired legs after an extremely long hockey season. The girls would have been away at their school leagues, IPT, and now top schools to top it all off. And yeah, what could really be the cherry on top for DSG or Herschel, a bronze medal at a really prestigious tournament like this?
Yeah, Sam, I think at this point I spoke to the DSG coach after his last night, which was the first one of the season for him and his goals. So I think he'll really want to finish off strong here with his goals, securing that bronze medal. It might not be the gold he would have wanted previously, but I mean it's at least something, Sam.
For sure. Dirty gold, as it's always so crudely referred to. You can ask any coach or any player whether they'd rather finish third or fourth. They're going to hold on tightly to that bronze.
Yeah, it's a trickle-down effect, because even the teams that are playing for 5th, 6th, they're going to want to secure that 5th place. Your 11th, 12th is going to want to secure that 11th place. So no one, at the end of the day, no one wants to lose any match, Sam.
As you can see, both coaches going through their final preparations. We've got a decent crowd in for what are terrible conditions that can't really see on screen now, but the B turf across is completely flooded. How did you guys manage to play on that?
When we started, it was just a bit better than that. It rained early on this morning, and organizers were talking about possibly calling the game off, but it was all under observation. And I see now the rain has picked up a bit more, and that B field is really starting to flood up. It'll be interesting to see how long they let that game carry on that side.
Of course, we're very fortunate to be here at Paul Gym. They've got world-class AstroTurf, the A-Turf. I think it was installed a year or two ago, and that's played really well. It probably a bit too much rain for it to be at its fastest, but there certainly shouldn't be any issues with injections from short corners and flickers getting their flicks away.
Yeah, no, I think the injectors and flickers will really enjoy this condition on this A-Turf.
As per usual, I'm going to ask you who you're going with, Sipe. Money on the line.
Well, being an East Londoner, I think I'll have to back my fellow Eastern Cape team, DSG.
For sure, for sure. And being a Southern Suburbs boy, I'm going to have to side with Herschel. A couple of ex-girlfriends from the region won't be too happy with me, but Herschel all the way.
We'll just have to see how it goes then, Sam.
Okay, here we are. Push back. DSG versus Herschel for that coveted 3rd and 4th position.
Herschel looking to make the intense clear early on here with a pick up and go, and unfortunately sending it down the line. No one able to pick up there.
It's a strategy we see a lot of teams implement these days. Instead of at a reset going back out to the center half and losing field possession, teams are looking to really go forward, attack the space.
And quite often it catches the opponent off guard as much as you sometimes expect it, but for some reason teams are always seemingly asleep to that.
Got a bit of a cagey start from both sides as we see double turnovers in the field. Nice composure from the right centre back from DSG, driving the ball powerfully through. She inside tuck, she'll be looking for an option. She's got the hits out, that's really well played.
I think also at this point both teams will be wanting, as we see DSG making a D entry, ball sent towards goals and finds the keeper's pads. Again, DSG will be looking to enter the D entry made by DSG. And well managed, I thought, by the Herschel. Oh, and the short corner won there by DSG. I think umpire deemed, calling wrong side of the stick.
Yeah, back stick there. I must admit I was with you there, Sipe, as well. I thought it was a really neat challenge performed there. But that's why we're commentating and not umpiring.
That's true, Sam. DSG will want to capitalize on this early opportunity and look to build from that.
They've set up with 2 castles. Might be looking to slip left. Unfortunately, I haven't seen too much of DSG throughout this tournament.
I know they've got a fairly efficient flicker. It'll be interesting to see if she'll have a go early on in this game. Injection is good, trap is good, flicker going for it.
And we've got a rear ward. Possibly trickling off the runner's foot as she came flying past.
Yeah, I think it might have hit the postman's foot there.
So important for DSG to capitalize on this early short corner, because the game's been 40 minutes early. You've got to really smash and grab and take your opportunities when they come.
Again, push is good. Doesn't quite find the stopper. Zigzag.
Well read by the wave. Probably getting a bit fortunate with that stick tackle there.
Yeah, going back to your point about them wanting to capitalize on these early opportunities, I watched a bit of their game last night against St. Mary's, which they eventually went on to lose. I think they must have had in excess of 8 short corners against about 3 that St. Mary's had, and St. Mary's was able to put 1 away, and that really, at the end of the day, costed DSG.
DSG really having the better of the possession at the moment. Well moved 5 meters, she'll be looking to get the ball right back into the D. Unfortunately that just goes over the baseline. And Herschel will be looking to hold on to a little bit of possession, get something going in attack here. They've really been starved by DSG's press.
I think it might be important for Herschel at this point to just keep absorbing that pressure and slowly just keep trying to build the momentum moving forward. There's no point in them trying to force forward, because that will just cause turnovers. As we see another de-entry there by DSG.
Great pick from the Herschel defender. Drives the ball out, finds a great pass. They'll be looking to link up in this area of the field. Unfortunately that's just going a bit too far wide. She'll apply a lot of pressure in that bottom right corner. DSG defender with a strong turnout, changing the channel. Oof! A lot of pressure coming through from the Herschel forward. Unfortunately, the call's going to go against her.
It's going to be interesting to see now how DSG does in absorbing the pressure. I think this might be the first time we may see a possible de-entry by Herschel in this game. As you see the free hit just outside the D.
It's important that all players are 5 over the hit here. They've obeyed the laws well there. DSG again resolute in their defense.
Not too sure what the aim was in that short, free hit by Herschel there. Not too sure if they knew what they wanted to achieve with that ball.
DSG applying a lot of pressure in this left-hand channel. They'll be maybe looking to effect a few midfield transfers, get back to their strongest side and bomb down that right-hand baseline. So far, Herschel have been able to meet them, not with ease, but with relative comfort, nullifying any pressure. Nice ball into one of the fetches. Unfortunately, just that second pass is missing the mark.
Herschel has really seemed to struggle a bit with finding each other's sticks. They make 1-2 passes, the third one finds a DSG stick. As you see, de-entry by DSG, and unfortunately for Herschel, it's a turnover.
And then just a slight reffing miscommunication, but ultimately a short corner awarded. You mentioned it briefly, DSG being unable to capitalize from these key positions. I think this is the third short corner they have.
Yeah, they'll already want to start making them count before it starts hurting them further down.
Personally, this has got to be a banker ball. You've got to go to your strongest short corner here. And if that's a flick, I'd be ripping it. They're going to bail left. Again, that runner's done so well to come and support her first wave and get out.
Herschel has really done well to read the variations attempted by DSG in this game so far.
Absolutely. Olu looked half asleep at breakfast this morning, perhaps all night doing video analysis with the Herschel girls.
Well, maybe it will pay off further down the line.
Hopeful ball played up through the middle. DSG looking to apply pressure on this. Oh, potential obstruction from the keeper after a little tiki-taka step over the ball.
Yeah, some umpires might have viewed it as an obstruction there.
But ultimately, I think the ball just too far away from the DSG player. Big tackles in the midfield. Been really impressed by DSG's efficiency. They commit a lot of players into the middle of the field, making it really hard for Herschel to outlet.
Yeah, sorry Sam, they really do well to compact the middle there, forcing Herschel to try to go around them. As we see a possible D entry by DSG. Turnover just outside the D. Herschel ball. As you can see, the rain has not stopped a single minute in this game.
DSG driving forward really powerfully. Again, there's that insistence on dragging the ball off their right foot onto their left, which brings them into the strong stick of the defender, making it really hard to get a clean D-entry. That's a much better position. Unfortunately, that ball not adjudged to have moved 5 meters, I don't think, there.
Yeah, I think that might have been the call this time.
I mean, I used to love playing in the rain. Coaching in it's a bit different.
Yeah, I think every player kind of enjoys playing in the rain, but as you said, coaching in it is a different story. Not too sure how the umpires would be enjoying this weather. What have you thought of the quality of umpiring in this tournament, Sam?
Personally, absolutely no complaints. I think it's been a really high standard, what we've been met with. All I ever ask for as a player, a coach, is consistency, and I think we've been met with that. I mean, on a few derby days, you really feel that the calls can be going against you if you feel you've got like an old traditional rival who's blowing his whistle on the other end and you're losing the plot on the sideline. But the officiating at this tournament's been great. It's been a really well-run tournament, and the SAC side, and I'm sure all other sides involved, have had a really good time here. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I also don't have too many complaints really about umpiring. As you said, all we want as coaches and players is a bit of consistency, and that's exactly what it's given us. I see, unlike yesterday, we don't have the ball girls, perhaps a bit shy to be in the rain.
No, that would take some tough convincing. I certainly, if I was down to ball goal this morning, would not have shown up. More likely to be under that Vida tent.
True. As we see Herschel winning the ball there in the middle of the field. Herschel still not quite able to connect the more than 2 passes in the middle.
And I think DSG, for all the possession that they have had, they're going to really want to try change up this channel, because they're taking they're turning the ball over extremely well down Herschel's right and their left, but then bombing straight back that channel. And fortunately for Herschel, they've got numbers committed there already, making it really hard for anyone to make significant progress.
Yeah, no, true, Sam. It would definitely be interesting to see what would happen if they start transferring the ball from the channel they turn it over into the free and open channel. As we see a strong carry from the Herschel girl. I think she might be the captain. I actually saw a bit of her game yesterday. She's generally a strong carry. As you see her making it all the way into the DN, winning a short corner for her team.
Really
Strong
great
carry.
skills. Carrying it on the weak stick, they're going against pretty much everything I've said in commentary today, but proving me wrong and getting a short corner. Really well done. I mean, Herschel against the run of play will be looking to convert here. Again, unfortunately, I haven't seen much of their short corners. We've been really busy, jam-packed tournaments, but we're excited to see what they produce here.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think this might be the point that DSG will kick themselves about for missing all the short corners they had early on in this half.
DSG just summoning one poor soul to come and defend in the short corner. Nothing worse than hearing your name beckoned and having to do something you've never rehearsed.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Those face masks get smaller every year as well, it seems. 2 castles for Herschel. One set up to flick, one with a straight beat.
push it good. Not the best of traps, and they look like they look to go back to the pusher there, and pusher not quite able to collect.
DSG trying to restart the game quickly and hit them on the counter, but Herschel have regained possession. Ball played into the middle. Oh, good tackle from the DSG defender, and they'll have the hit out. Overhead thrown into the middle of the park, cleaned up by the free centre back. And again, another double turnover. DSG moving forward here. And Sipa, we see it with the boys as well. There's often a reluctance to run off the ball carrier and offer her or him an alternative pass. And I mean, that just comes down to selfless running. It's a burst of speed, a change of direction that separates you from your defender. And unfortunately, the DSG girls could be blamed for being a bit lazy here, but again, they're back in possession and they'll have the hits out.
Yeah, no, definitely, Sam. I think one thing the youngsters, in fact, everyone needs to understand when running off the ball is as soon as you make a lead out wide, especially, you're either drawing the defender or you're becoming an option. As you see, a entry made there by DSG. Good tackle made by Herschel.
Again, really strong carry, exploiting the right-hand side of the field this time, driving
Backing
all the
yourself
way.
on the outside.
Reminds me of some of the Hudson Park runners you've got there.
Well, I mean, I think a few defenders that can keep up with my strikers when they back themselves on the outside, and throughout the season I've tried to make them understand their ability, and towards the end of the season they really started backing themselves, and it's really started to pay dividends.
No, it's really important. I think often as coaches, parents, fellow players, we forget that the kids are just 16, 15, a lot of them as well, and being 15 and 16 is an anxious time for most. You're trying to find out where you are in the world, and that obviously filters through to the sports field.
Yeah, no, definitely. As we see Herschel winning a free hit in the middle of the field.
Again, not much movement, really static, not too many options on. They're going to lose that field possession if they go back out. Fortunately, another turnover for Herschel. DSG will be looking to hit them hard here.
And I think the decision making by Herschel sometimes taking long there. I think had she made that decision quicker to look to transfer and attack down the left channel, it might have worked out.
Again, so easy for us to call up here. I mean, these decisions are split-second adjustments and involve pre-scanning, etc., etc. Doesn't help that you've got rain descending into your eyes here. I think both sides can be pretty impressed with the first 15 minutes. It's classic playoff hockey, really cagey. No one really wanting to commit too many numbers forward. Both coaches seem insistent on holding strong defensive structures, which can be expected at this sort of time of the tournament. One thing I loved about the free running the Hudson Park boys is that I don't think anyone in this tournament can accuse them of parking the bus. I often refer to myself as Mourinho amongst the boys, even though about a smidgen of the ability. But there was no parking the bus with Sipe and the Hudson boys, that's for sure.
No, it's not. It's not in our nature to park the bus, Sam. But I mean, your Sax boys definitely matched our speed. They play good hockey. As we see DSG winning a short corner there. Again, Sam, they'll want to capitalize on these short corners.
I think the variation left hasn't worked. Herschel know how to run out to it. Hopefully a message has come onto the field that, again, not too sure if there's a flicker on the field, but I'd even go with a straight beat.
Quite a bit of discussion going on there amongst the DSG goals.
Oh, great routine. Exactly what we asked for up here, something a little simpler. Clean injection, clean trap and a good flick, and ultimately a really good save.
Good composure shown in the D by the Herschel defender.
Nice little tussle in the bottom corner here.
I think umpire calling obstruction there.
DSG player who flicked that ball seems an exceptional talent. Everything kind of runs through her, it would appear. And she'll be looking to execute a bit better on that flick, especially with a clean injection and a clean trap. Fortunately, just a bit too close to the keeper. But again, I've got massive respect for goalkeepers. I don't know who would want to be standing in that wet kit there having a rock smacked at you.
It takes the special individuals, I think, Sam. But I must say, I've been really impressed with the quality of flicks coming from the girls in this tournament. As we see another short corner won there by DSG.
For a second with that one hand in there, I thought she was awarding a stroke. But I think the correct decision's been made there. Another short corner.
And just to get back to the point we made earlier about the B turf, I see they've put that game on a hold day. That B field really struggling to drain that water. Of course, it's a sand-based turf and there's no drainage system at all on that turf.
Really unfortunate. Luckily, we've got a game on the A turf, and DSG looking to capitalize here. Let's see what they do. Clean injection, looking for the zigzag. Missed trap though. She's done well to regain position. Looked like a great intercept from the Herschel girl. Flashy hands. Can she get a shot off? Oh!
Wins the team a short corner again.
And I think that's for the first infringement. On the other side of the D, the umpire had to blow that because you can't play advantage on the dangerous lifted ball that the DSG player ended up playing.
DSG seem to be running out of ideas. They've had so many shorties in this half. With just under 2 minutes left in this half. Straight flick and he finds the net.
Great finish.
Was there a postman in that corner, Sam?
We're going to have a look at the replay. And here it comes for us. Really clean injection, good stop. No postman.
No postman.
Again, maybe DSG have done their homework about how the Herschel girls have been running out.
I think they'll be happy to finally be able to convert their short corners.
No, absolutely. And after all that applied pressure, I don't think we can have any aggrieved spectators. DSG deserve it of the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, they've definitely been one of the better teams in this half, I think.
Minute to go, DSG driving powerfully forward through the midfield. Great pickup on the backhand. Lots of D space. Great entry, shot away. Good save from the keeper coming out, closing down angles.
Another short corner, DSG. And we have just over 40 seconds left of this half. I think it would be a blow for Herschel to concede a second goal with just so little time left in this game. I mean, in this half. They've done so well to absorb and defend the short corners that DSG has had. I think they might want to protect or rather hold on to the one lead deficit they already have. They will not want to allow it to grow.
Oh my word, she's buried it again. Fantastic flick. She first went left, scored, and now she's gone bottom right. We mentioned her briefly before. Fantastic hockey player. Even better flicker, it seems, at the moment.
Always good for a flicker to be able to go both sides of the box.
Possible team talk at halftime for Herschel. Might want to consider running 2-2. Have a postman on either side to try and nullify this flicker.
As you see the replay that led to the short corner there.
We've got a great save. Unfortunately, rebounds onto the Herschel defender's foot, and that's what conceded the short corner, which ultimately led to a goal. And yeah, DSG doing really well to snap up 2 late goals and ultimately run away with that first half.
This definitely puts them in the driving seat going into the second half, Sam.
Let's have a look again. Good clean trap. Great shape on the flick. And again, maybe Herschel are going to have to consider applying more pressure on either post, because with a flicker of that quality, running a 3-1 doesn't really make too much sense. Okay, well, a cracking first half of hockey. Hopefully you'll be joining us for more beautiful girls hockey. We'll see you after the break.
When running a business means
You take credit card? Yes. Any?
our speed points help you get paid. When it means
They sign indemnity forms, right?
our Law on Core business plan helps with legal issues. When it
The
means
auditors need the financial report.
our free instant accounting handles that. And when it means
How's it big enough?
our commercial property finance helps you grow. See, whatever business means to you, it takes a bank that does more to help start, run, and grow your business. So get gold business from FNB.
So Werner, you obviously involved with F&B Business. Why would F&B Business get involved in a tournament like this prestigious tournament?
Well, Tian, as a bank, we like to get involved with small businesses and take them right through to maturity. Partner with them and really be their banking partner right through their life cycle. The same thing applies to schools and school sports, and specifically with young talent like this. We like to see them going through from grassroots to greatness. And F&B, that's what we like to do, and see them develop their skills to an exceptional level. And this is all part of that plan.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us for the first time, we've got DSG playing Herschel. DSG playing from left to right in their green strip. Herschel in the alternate color. And we've got DSG have really executed their last few penalty corners to go 2-0 up very late in the half. Herschel resolute in defense for the first half and ultimately just cracking with the last few minutes. Sipe, what do you think is going to transpire in the second half over here?
Well, I mean, I think at this point, Herschel will really want to try and make a game out of this. They're already 2 goals behind. I'm expecting them to be the more aggressive team of the two.
Absolutely.
But again, as we know, that might just lead to them creating more holes in the back, which DSG may be able to exploit and extend the lead.
Another good carry into the midfield, kicked out left, moved up that touchline. Such is the control of DSG, they just seem like they have an extra player on the pitch at all times. Anytime Herschel are going forward, they're met with 3 goals and green, swamping them.
Definitely exactly what you just referred to there, Sam. Almost creating a pocket of around each player in the middle there, DSG.
For sure, and Herschel, who relies so heavily on their captain in the midfield to receive, when she's turning, trying to arc, get her body moving towards the goals, she looks up and they've created a really nice pocket. There isn't an option out, left and right, she's flanked, so yeah, hopefully they can open up more lines for her to exploit.
Perhaps that's the game plan for DSG, to absolutely nullify her, which they've efficiently done well in this game so far.
Again, a good press from DSG, but Herschel do well to regather possession.
Herschel still struggling to connect more than one pass there, and this is just hurting them, causing them to constantly having to defend the game. As you see them trying to hit the ball into the D. Looks like a short corner is called there for obstruction.
A lot of confusion around that call for both sides. Herschel won't be complaining too much there.
Fancy hairstyle there by the umpire. Ponytail to the side.
Ponytail inside. There's no such thing as a hairstyle in this weather. I think we're going to have to kick you out of this warm booth and have you blowing the next game with those sort of comments. Herschel will be looking to really convert from this PC and claw their way back into this game.
Definitely, if they get a goal out of this one, you see push is good.
Oh! Nice little variation, going to neither castle but a girl who had ballooned off to the left and just a straight poke. They've regathered the ball here, they'll look to make another D-entry. Ball played in, looks like a foot, short corner advantage. She's had the shot. So that's going to end in a 16.
It's always tricky in that situation because you know you're playing advantage for a short corner. Do you have a shot at that angle, or do you rather let it go to a short corner?
It depends how good your short corner routine is.
And I guess, sorry Sam, and I guess it also depends on what comes out of your shot.
Absolutely, the angle you're shooting from. You've got players like Mustafa Kasim at Bishops who can rip the ball from practically any angle with his drag flicks. So if I was coaching them, even if we had a one-on-one with the keeper, I'd say look for the foot. A positive start from Herschel, I'd say. They've really got themselves onto the ball a lot more. They're still struggling to outlet a bit, but they've managed to string a few passes together. And for the first time, DSG seem slightly flustered, and they'll be looking to use this momentum and pile on the pressure.
No, definitely. Herschel have definitely seen more of the ball in this second half than they did in the first half. As we see a good strong turn by the DSG, finding a player upfield. And good tackle made by Herschel there. She'll look to roll it up the line. Finds a stick. And it rolls over a long corner.
Always a tough call to make when you hear this clash of sticks there. I think Herschel may have ultimately been a bit lucky to buy themselves a hit out there.
No, definitely. Loose pass and intercepted by DSG.
Just a bit of attention to detail lacking there. The DSG player sent sprawling to the floor, back on her feet. The hockey girls are tough cookies.
Definitely, and we often say hockey is not a contact sport.
Sure.
I've enjoyed the arcs made by the girls on the line. Whenever they close down, they show great composure to arc back out, send it back, and look to transfer. And we see that being done beautifully there by DSG.
Really powerful carry down the right, and she's got the pass away. Right forward will be looking to drive baseline, get the ball into the air, make it really hard, but the defender's done really well there.
And again, it just goes back to that composure, realizing that you close down on the line, arcing back out, sending it, and making that transfer.
Again, DSG trying to pocket the receivers. Pressing really high, and they've affected the turnover. They've got a clean D-entry here. Shot off. Good save from the keeper. The standard of keepers has been really high.
It's been very impressive, and I think this goes for this game and the other games that I've been able to watch in this tournament. As we see a possible D-entry by DSG, met outside by Herschel defender.
A lot of stick action in there. DSG ultimately caught Herschel napping there, didn't have a point set up, and it was a free D-entry. DSG star player on the ball now, rolls it out wide, evaluates the area, the space. Oof. Short corner awarded. Really harsh call there. Ultimately a good one. But if I was the Herschel defender, I might be having a quiet word under my breath there.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I too would have felt a bit hard down by there. And we'll see if DSG will be able to extend their lead.
Got a great flicker, as we mentioned before, in the second skin and the JDH stick. It goes to a Castle 1. No surprise, she gets a flick off. Oh, and just wide here. I think we can expect to see a lot of that in the second half. I don't see why they need to use all of the variations that they've trained, especially when you've got such a hot shot flicker.
Yeah, no, definitely. She was able to put 2 away in the first half. There's no reason why not to back her each time. As we see her on the ball there, she might look to win another short corner. Short corner awarded. I think that was she had to refer to her co-umpire there.
Really tough job the umpires have, especially when it comes down to communicating. Only in the top men's leagues and IPT are the umpires connected to radios. So you have to rely on a lot of eye contact, always looking up to what your partner's saying. And I think it was a really good blow there from the far side umpire, and effectively the right call for a lot of stick tackles in the D.
No, definitely. It's always nice to see umpires working well together. Push is good. Trap is good. Looking for a zigzag. Oh, well intercepted by the Herschel defender there.
Absolutely. I think the Herschel short corner defense looks resolute against any variation. I can't see why you don't just go bank a ball and let that great DSG flicker just have a field day from top D.
Yeah, and I think she's been able to get it off each time she's been given the flick.
Which in itself is extremely impressive.
Again, as you see again, DSG not letting that strong ball carrier from Herschel have much room to work with.
Hopeful ball played into the middle of the field. DSG looking to counter-attack. They've got the ball in their left-hand channel. Able to get it out, but the Herschel free centre back steps really well. Links up with their centre link, who carries into that corner. We saw earlier in the first half how she's proficient on both ends. Can drive into the D on her weak side. Oh, but that's a great tackle.
Good tackle made by DSG just outside the D. I must say the DSG has really done well to manage that ball carrier from Herschel in this game.
No, absolutely. Just got a text message from my brother. It's the first time he's watching this live stream. He's a boy at Bishops, and I think he's doing more scouting than hockey watching at the moment. But nice to see everyone getting behind. Got a comment from Max Roberts here. Just commenting how it's great to see junior hockey streamed online. And an ardent Herschel fan. Thanks, Max. Appreciate the input. Keep them coming. You can comment on the YouTube live stream. Of course, you can also look at the socials, School Sport Live. It's really fantastic that we are able to broadcast both boys and girls hockey. It's really important, and it just goes to show how the game has grown. Standards have shot up. I mean, men's coaches and boys always joke about the standard of girl hockey being significantly lower. I've actually enjoyed watching almost all the girls' games that we've been lucky enough to come down and see. Great ball played in.
No, definitely, Sam. Just to get back to your point, in fact, about the showcasing of this beautiful sport, I stand to be corrected, but I think the boys and girls final later on today might be broadcasted on Supersport 241.
Oh, fantastic. Short corner for Herschel. As we've been chatting on, girls have been getting on with their business. Herschel again profiting from a much better second half, and they'll be looking to take full advantage of this short corner that they've been awarded. And we've spoken about the standard of hockey. I mean, the girls here, the product that they've put out throughout the week has just been, from where it's come, is truly fantastic. We know the South African women's hockey team's a hot side from time to time.
Oh! And we see Herschel putting one away there.
That is absolutely fantastic. We spoke about what a big player she is in the middle for them, but if I'm not mistaken, she trapped that herself and got the flick away.
She did all herself. As we look at the replay of the short corner. Keeper won't be too happy with that going in between her legs there. But I mean, again, good execution by the Herschel.
We've got the luxury of having a replay, and possibly when coaches do video analysis, the DSG coach might have a few complaints about whether that ball exited the D. Of course, before a shot has to come off in the short corner, the ball has to exit the D, and again, touch and go whether it did there. But all that matters, it's 2-1 now, DSG Herschel, and we win for a cracking final 7 here.
I think that goal definitely might mean we've got a game on our hands here, Sam.
Pressure does funny things. I mean, DSG have controlled the game fantastically up until this point, but Herschel, renewed by that goal, are charging forward. They're pressing her aggressively.
I must say this right half of DSG, I think her name is Indy Pile. She's shown great composure at the back, often pressed quite heavily by the Herschel strikers, but I mean, each time able to find her stick.
Absolutely. You might want her to come down and run a session for you boys at Hudson Park, because not only does she get forward, she gets back and at some speed. Great little intercept there from the DSG left half or left link.
I must say, we're starting to see a lot more pressure being applied by Herschel and a lot more forward ball coming from them. DSG having to do a lot of defending in the last few minutes, or in the recent minutes. Bit of a pressure pass, test your mate there.
Yeah, that's for getting me back. Kissing my boyfriend that one time. Yeah, have this bumpy ball in midfield. We've got a fantastic situation at Sax. So one of the junior players is dating our captain's sister. Makes for very interesting team talks.
That must be interesting indeed.
Herschel seems to have gotten better as soon as the rain stopped.
Definitely seem to have found their rhythm. And DSG, as I said earlier, having to do a lot of defensive work here.
No, I was going to make a private school comment, but I decided to shy away from it. And here we go, back in the action. Herschel in the ascendancy, really enjoying this momentum shift. With 5 minutes being a lifetime on the hockey pitch. DSG setting up really well, no way through, no route one option available there. They'll be looking to transfer the platform if they're going to have a ball in, Herschel that is. DSG moving the ball really well up the right hand flank here. Couldn't find that final pass and Herschel will have the hit out.
Herschel will definitely want to keep pressing and putting pressure on DSG and hopefully maybe even getting something out of it.
Really nice receive in midfield, switches the channel, and now Herschel bombing down the right here. Great ball back into the middle. Stick check, they've got the advantage.
Herschel doing well to transfer between the channels there. As we saw in that last bit of play, taking it from the left channel down to the right, back into the center and looking to transfer it again as they look to enter the D there. And winning a free hit just outside the D does Herschel.
Again, DSG set up really well. Herschel need to commit numbers into the box. I actually can't see a goal on P-spot or far post at the moment. Coach call from the side.
DSG doing very well to man mark in that situation there. And I think that makes it very difficult for Herschel to find a free man.
Really powerful slap, looking to find the DSG forward posting up. They've regathered the ball here and looking very dangerous going forward. Ball falls perfectly for the left striker. She'll be looking to get a short corner. She's linked up with their star player. Oh, turn back, finds a goal time. Wonderful. And to think all of that was performed on the weak-hand side, on their backhands, just shows the standard of hockey that the girls are capable of producing, the small stick skills. Fantastic.
This will be a bit of a blow for Herschel, who have been piling on the pressure on DSG for the last 5 minutes or so and just not able to quite convert that pressure into a goal.
Here we have another look. Great ball thrown out wide. She does really well to control it, stay composed, commits the defender. Great pickup, backhand shovel out. She's looped around so well there. Get free of it and a fantastic finish.
And we always talk about the importance of running off the ball, and that goal showed a perfect example of the importance of running off the ball there.
She's on the ball again and plays a really nice change of channel out. Obviously a great hockey mind. The umps aren't going to be able to find every foot, and the girls have to come to terms with that. Keep their heads in the game and just ultimately obey what the umpire is calling.
I must say, I had the opportunity of being at the Woodridge tournament earlier on this year, where the DSG girls also played, and since then they have really grown and really matured. They play beautiful hockey, and it's really impressive to see a team that improved throughout the season.
No, it really is great. And so often schools go on pre-season tours, so it's hard to get an indicator of who's performing, who's not performing, etc., etc. And top schools, just in terms of when it's located, and yes, we don't get the Durban schools because their season really ends with IPT, but in July. But to see schools be able to offer their product at the end of the season opposed to right at the start is fantastic, and it's contributed to a fantastic level of hockey, a great level of hockey that we've seen today, a fantastic arc and burn, really strong ball carrier. Unfortunately, she just hasn't been able to get on the ball enough today. She's been marked out. They've pocket pressed her really well, as Sipe mentioned earlier.
Yeah, no, DSG has really done well to manage her in this game. She's probably only been able to really be able to turn and run about 3 times out of the whole game. But each time she's been able to, she's really looked strong. She's really looked threatening. And I think DSG will definitely want to keep her under control. As we have, or rather, just gone under 40 seconds left of this game.
I mean, at 3-1, the game's all but over. I think the girls can start looking towards the stands, potentially try scout a grade 10 dance date out for later in the year. I know my Sax boys are keen and available and looking. So as we trickle down to the last few seconds here, got another D. Oh, dangerous ball lifted in there. DSG looking to have another D entry.
I think DSG will be happy to just break down play and try to run down the time.
Ultimately, a great game of hockey played by 2 very competitive schools. DSG just had the better go of it, more possession, and ultimately they come out deserving winners at 3-1 here, and they will claim that bronze, that dirty gold, and be extremely proud of their progress throughout the tournament.
Yeah, no, I think both teams gave it their all right till the last minute. I don't think anyone took a back seat there. They gave it their all, and it's always impressive to see.
Fantastic stuff. Sipe, always a pleasure. Please stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the boys' final coming up, and that is Paul Boys versus Paul Roos. Set to be an absolute cracker. Thanks for having us. That's all for now.